Alrighty, another triple stacked hive. We're going to go through it and check and see what's going on with it. The activity on the front of it's not as much as the other ones have been, but that doesn't always mean anything. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. It's got a pretty good amount of weight to it. Like the other one, I'm expecting the top box to be pretty full of honey. If you can avoid doing that, I would suggest it. There might be a little bit of honey in this hive. Maybe. Now what I did right there is sometimes you'll have a little space in between your frames and they'll propolis it. If you can take your hive tool and drive down through it, you'll get the propolis off of it. That's the easy way to do it. Or an easier way. Now see this frame right here? The reason why it looks like this is a frame that actually had previous wax moth damage to it. As you can see where the little tunnels and all that stuff is, and they just went through and kind of half patched it and salvaged what they could out of it. Same thing with this one. We got nectar. These two frames are stuck together, so we're just going to roll right on by them to keep from destroying them too bad. This frame's nectar on one side, honey on the other. Same thing on this side. Nectar, a little bit of honey with nectar. But that frame right there looks like crap. They ain't got nothing on it. We'll take it out. We'll put in something with some foundation in it. And what I like to normally do, if I'm going to introduce a new frame, I like to kind of put it toward the middle. That way the bees can draw it out the way they want to. And be done with it. I'm actually going to take this frame out too, because it looks like crap. And put another one of these in. Not only am I giving them room to grow and giving them something else to do, I'm culling out my old frames. And what I'll do with them is I'll take them home and in theory get the wax off of them, melt it down and use it for something else. I'm through with this box right here. I'm going to pop it off and lay it over to the side. Now, like most of the time when I check these hives out, if I pull a couple frames out of here and the hive looks good, I won't go through the whole thing. Now normally when you got boxes that are this strong as I have my other ones that are 3 high, I would split them and everything else, but it's late in the year and we'll just hopefully they'll make it through the winter time and there'll be strong hives coming into the spring. Now one thing you could do with a hive that is really strong like this is some of the brood frames you could take out and put them into another hive that's a little bit weaker and help boost that hive, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because I got a 5-frame nuke at the house that probably could use a little bit of help to get their numbers up. That's all worker brood with honey. Worker brood, worker brood. Worker brood at the bottom. We got eggs and larvae on those. We got eggs and larvae on this frame too. That would be a good frame for the queen to be on. But when you got boxes that are this big, 3 deep, you can spend all day looking for a queen. Or you could find her in a thicket. That's why I'm normally not real concerned about trying to find her. Now see, this hive I probably need to do something with as far as the strength wise. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea for me to pull a couple frames out and put them in another hive at the house, which is something I might do. They got pollen on this, pollen and a little bit of worker brood. There's the pollen. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to pull a couple frames out of here, slow their growth down, like that frame there, and I'll put this in a hive at the house. And when you pull frames out like this right here, they can't be out for very long, because you don't want them to get too cool. Like today, them cooling off too quick is probably not something you're going to have to worry about. And if you'll notice, that frame, I get to be a little pissy. That frame is nothing but brood. There's no eggs, no larvae, or nothing else on them. I got popped on the finger in the back of the hand, and they're keying in on that place. We got eggs and larvae and some drone brood. Lots and lots of drone brood. So it's probably a good thing to knock this one down just a little bit. Looks like they're trying to do a build up to swarm. Honey with a little bit of drone brood. I'll probably take this frame. Just to get it out. And that's honey and honey. I'll do now, I'll put this frame out here because this next frame has brood on it. I'll slide 2 more frames over because I try to put all this new stuff kind of in the middle of the box to make them draw it out. And with me taking those frames out, it's going to decrease their numbers a little bit. It's going to give them something to do to keep them busy and to keep them less likely to swarm on me. Just for giggles, I'm going to pop this bottom box. Just to see. And they got good numbers down there too. So we're just going to close this down, put the top back on it. We're going to leave the bee yard for a little bit. Take these frames that I took out of here to the house and give these hives over here a little time to calm down. Because what it is, they're not really that aggressive, but we got a lot of bees in the air. And this time of year, you don't want to induce robbing of your hives. So my next couple hives I got to check are my little bit weaker hives. I got 3 more over here. They're my smaller hives, and I don't want to induce robbing. So I'm going to take these frames that I put over here. I'm going to take them to the house and put them in that 5-frame nuke. And then give these time to calm down just a little bit, and then I'll go over there and check the rest of these hives out. This one, that one right there is active, and then I got 2 over there, 2 over there. Not the second one and the third one, the one on the end. They're active. So, like I said, we're gonna give these time to calm down. You can probably tell they're bumping the camera. They're not stinging me. I've been stung like 3 times playing in that hive. They're not aggressive, they're just aggravated. So we're going to stop it for a little bit, come back later on this afternoon and check these other hives out. So hope you're enjoying the videos, hope you're learning some stuff. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.